Hi YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Just bringing you another quick vid on safety in the home. Now, a lot of people, if you've got into buying gold or silver, at the end of the day, you've got to decide when you get to a certain amount, you're going to think to yourself, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to keep it under the mattress? Am I going to stick it in my wardrobe and hope for the best? Or you may go out and buy one of those cheap little safes. By the way, those cheap little safes, give them a bang on the corner and they pop open. They're not as safe as you think. More importantly, your nearest and dearest. If someone's holding a gun to her head, and says to you, open the safe. Well, unless you've got some severe problems in your life, you're going to be opening that safe damn quick. I know I would. So I've gone the other way because I know there's so many options out there for people to choose. I've actually taken the opportunity to open a safety deposit box at the bank. And the reason I've done that is just that I think, well, I know exactly where it all is. I haven't got to worry. I was watching a video not long ago where a guy said to me, oh, I've got these safes in my house, scattered around the house. And I've worked out a routine that if the house catches fire, I'm going to go round and I've timed myself. I can run round and I can clear these out, and put all my stuff in a bag, and go. Now, with the greatest of respect, if there's a fire going on in the house, I'm thinking the first thing that I'm thinking of is get out. And I want my kids, I want my wife and everybody else that's that's living to be out of the house before I even contemplate thinking about gold and silver. For me, it's just a non-starter, I do have a safe. I don't keep much in it, because it's got the passports in it, my driving licence, that sort of crap, This stuff, everything you see here, I've had to hot foot it down to the bank to get it out so that I can make a video to show you guys. Because for me, £20 a month is all we're talking about, is the starting price of a safety deposit box. Now, for 20 quid a month, I know there's plenty of people who spend more than that in a few days just on buying coffee. They'll spend that more in, coffee's like nearly a £5 a pop. So that's like 4 days worth of coffee. I've got a safety deposit box. If anything happens to it, the bank's insured. They'll pay me out as long as I've got proof of what I've got in there. So for me, that is the ultimate, is putting it in a safety deposit box. All this, I was talking to a guy the other day. I was talking to this chap, he's a skip driver. And he said to me, you know what it's like with people with skips? He said they'll fill them up and then they'll overfill them. It's not good enough that they actually filled it to the brim. They've got to overfill it. And it's normally with something big and heavy. So he said, anyway, I pulled up to go and collect this skip. He said, then lo and behold, someone's dumped a wardrobe on the top of it. So out I go with my club hammer to smash the crap out of this thing. So he said, I started smashing the crap out of it. The door's gone flying off. He said, and I'm just flattening it down. He said, just another look in the corner, deep inside, he goes, like hidden away in this corner, there was this little bit of brown paper that looked out of place. He picked it up. Inside this piece of brown paper, 8 gold sovereigns. 8 gold sovereigns. So you can imagine that someone's passed away, they're doing the house clearance, they're renovating the house. Nobody's even known about these sovereigns that were hidden away inside the wardrobe. And this is the thing. I've already said to my daughter, this is the security that you've got to go through before you even get a chance to unlock my safety deposit box. So, I've already put those steps in place because I'm thinking ahead. Because none of us know how long we got. All we do know is we're going to be spending a long time looking at the lid. For me, I just want to know that what I've built up goes to the right people, not the wrong people. So I've got another guy who actually I spoke to. He says to me, I've got a gun safe. I put all my silver in my gun safe. That's where I keep everything. Everything's in my gun safe. And I'm like, but it's still in your house. Why haven't you? I said, for 20 quid, why wouldn't you go and get it? No, I'll be all right. No one knows it's there. I thought, well, I do. You just told me. So the bottom line is, you've got a lot of choices. You've made one big decision. You're investing in gold and silver and precious metals. Now, the next big decision the decision you need to make is, how am I going to safeguard my investment? And for me, the way to safeguard your investment is by using, like the bank, for 20 quid, £20. That's all we're talking about. £20. Have you any idea how much you can put in a small deposit box, especially if it's sovereigns? I mean, you can see how small my sovereigns are. I mean, that's a full sovereign. I mean, this is a full sovereign that I bought. I bought this pendant yonks ago now. I mean, I bought it a long time ago. But I haven't broken it up or done anything with it because at the end of the day, it's just a long-term investment. I'm never going to wear it again. I wore it for a little bit, but I'm never going to wear it. It's not my bag. Anyway, he's got a gun safe. And he thought that was perfectly acceptable, putting stuff in a gun safe. I mean, for me, I just think you're bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. I know other people, I've got it under the mattress. Under the mattress. You think, that's the sort of thing you did like 100 years ago, when there weren't banks, that you could trust. Oh, no, I don't like doing that. I'll put it under the mattress. My nan was a prime example. She used to put £20 notes. We found that when she passed away, we went to the house to clear it up before we sold it. And one of the things we found, when we actually cleared the house, we lifted the carpet up to change the carpet because the carpet had been down for like about 100 years. It had been there since I was a little boy, so it'd been there a long, long time. So we decided we would take the carpet up, freshen the place up a bit before it goes to market. Consequently, when we peeled this carpet up, what did we find? Lo and behold, we find £20 notes, all neatly laid out. £20 notes. No wonder she never liked anyone going in that room. But that's the sort of things people do. They hide it within the house. But today's world is not a safe world. So please, 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 if you take any bit of advice from me, go get yourself a safety deposit box at the bank. Metro do them, and they don't sponsor me. I don't have any sponsors. I'm not beholden to anybody. So everything I say is because it's my humble opinion. And it's up to you whether you decide to go with it or not. I leave it all with you guys. But for me, I just look at things and just think to myself, I spent a lot of money that I earned, I had to work very hard to buy this piece of metal. So I want to protect it. That's why it's in a case, so it don't get damaged. And that case sits in a safety deposit box. Please, 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 just take that one bit of advice and go make yourself safe. Take care.